young ones, darling, we're the young ones, and young ones shouldn't be afraid to love while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be young ones very long. Tomorrow, why wait until tomorrow? 'Cause tomorrow sometimes never comes. So love me, there's a song to be sung, and the best time is to sing it while we're young. Once in every lifetime comes a love like this. Oh, I need you and you need me. Oh, my darling, can't you see young dreams? The Young Ones by Cliff Richard and the Shadows. This is back from 1962. That's like almost 60 years ago. Much fun song to play if you ask me. I love those 50s, 60s songs. They are very, relatively easy there as well. So I would say doable for any one of you out there. So I'm taking out the capo, just using it to match it with the range of my voice there a little. For Cliff's version, of course, recording, he would do it in the key of G, using all the same shapes, but of course also, without capo. From here, you would have like only a couple of chords. The 1, 4, 5, G, C, and D. Then there's an E minor in there, chord 6. There's an A7 in there, which is out of the key. Speaking of dominant 7s, by the way, you would want to have a D dominant 7 there in as well. Often enough, and in a few spots, include 1, 4, G there too. They are relatively easy as well. Now, the thing we probably take a look at most is the strumming, because the arrangement is pretty, straightforward, and the progression as well. But with the strumming, you can keep it, like really basic, using the speed of 8s, a folk strum or a rock strum. Just move your hand 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and like 2 upstrokes there in a row. It is all good for that matter. But on the other end, this is typically the Shadows, if you ask me. They very often have this, this bounce feel in there, created by, all of them, the guitar, the drummer, stuff like that. It is really cool if you can incorporate it in here as well, because the guitar is clearly doing so. So you have this. So, we break it down thoroughly, actually. You need to have a very loose hand in order to do so. I do find many students having troubles with it, just overthinking it, and just, can't make it happen. So I hope this lesson will get you there, actually. There are a couple of breaks in the song there as well, which appear like in different spots. For E minor, like the 8th measure of the verse, you would have a break, like a strum, and then you mute it. That's what I mean with a break on beat 4, for example. Or in the next measure, when you get to G, you would have like, actually, you're not singing on beat 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you come in on beat 2 with a there, 2 and 3, 4. Same you would actually for D, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Or actually 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and move on from there. In the middle 8, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to have it in there. So even if things are easy for some of you, getting this in will improve everything quite a bit. Much fun, I would say, and very useful for many songs, I guess, to have this rhythmic effect in there. If it's another way that you could do it, Could be more like a roll bass. There, 1, 2, and I sometimes like to do one or the other, just kind of vary it up. I mostly go for the bounce though, but sometimes I would just, you know, pick out the bass notes, or 1, well, maybe 2, whatever, and then drag my pick across the strings, kind of creating this fill there as well. Could work, I would say. Anyway, we talk about everything that I just mentioned, so if you want to hear about those details more, well, elaborately, then check it out at totallyguitars.com.